morning, good evening, and good night to all, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to another episode of Channel 69 News. And ladies and gentlemen, this week's episode is actually pretty jam-packed. We got a lot of good information on Greenville. We got a lot of good MRT, some Rensselaer, and then a couple other miscellaneous games. But ladies and gentlemen, I appreciate every single one of you for tuning back in the good old Channel 69 News. Very excited for this week's episode, guys. There's a lot of stuff that we can cover today. But first things first, ladies and gentlemen, if you guys are not subscribed to the channel, hit that subscribe button right now. We are currently sitting at about 382,253 subscribers, ladies and gentlemen. And also, over half of you guys that watch my videos are not subscribed to the channel. So there's over half of you guys that are watching this video that are not subscribed to the channel. So you better hit that subscribe button right now. And ladies and gentlemen, like I said, at 400,000 subscribers, I'm going to do a 24-hour stream. So ladies and gentlemen, we're going to get us with comments first. As you guys know, I read comments every single episode. First one is from C. Dot or C. D. He said, my dog even enjoys watching Channel 69, dude. W freaking C. D. If you guys don't know, on my live streams, every now and then he'll just randomly pop up and I'll talk to him in the VC or something like that, and his dog is watching. Him and his dog are watching me, you know what I mean? So WC D. Next comment is JetFlights1, and he said, why do you delete your streams? Well, here's the thing. I don't delete my streams. YouTube does that. And, you know, that happens because I like to play copyrighted music in my live streams. Yeah, so I'll show you guys like right now. Anyways, next comment is from Screamer. This is the guy who is the head dev or the head guy for the Ozverse game, which I've been showing you guys every so often on Channel 69 News. He said, ah, yes, Ridgewood, the game that tests how many GPI products you could fit into one game. It's not even wrong. Mangy the idiot said, what do you mean? And then F Hissy do he did this, and then his username popped up. But he said, you're hating because you will never have the same game as them. Well, okay, you know, no hate to Ridgewood at all. No hate to Ridgewood. You know, Screamer's not gonna have the same game as them because his Ozverse game is gonna be better. Sorry, but yeah, also speaking of Ridgewood, I did play it last episode, and I didn't realize that was gonna be the last time playing Ridgewood. They got taken down because of DMCA, but honestly, it was inevitable. All of the cars in there, you know what I'm saying? So, yeah, unfortunately, no more Ridgewood. Are they coming back? I have no idea, but I don't know. I've only played that game a handful of times, so I have really no idea. Yeah, last comment is from Anthrax. I'm not even going to read this one. I'm just going to let you guys read. Ladies and gentlemen, we have a lot of Greenville news this week, so we're just going to do some Greenville first. All right, so this week, ladies and gentlemen, I don't know if you guys keep up to date. If not, I'm about to get you up to date. Ladies and gentlemen, Greenville is having their first licensed car update, and we just got the licensed car reveal. Earlier this week, they uploaded this photo of a big SUV that is blacked out and hidden, and that looks like that is clearly a Range Rover Defender, and that got confirmed in the Land Rover Greenville reveal trailer, which I'm going to play for you guys on screen right now if you guys have not seen it. You can just skip. It's like 40 seconds long. Just skip till it's done or something if you have already seen it. You don't want to watch. So, ladies and gentlemen, we are getting freaking Land Rover for the first licensed car coming to Greenville. And I was talking about this to you guys on stream, and some of you guys were upset that Land Rover's coming to the game. Like, some of you guys were like, really, Land Rover? Land Rover's coming to the game? Are you serious? I hate Land Rover. This is probably one of the, I mean, well, it's obviously not the best brand we could have got. Like, you know, you guys, I know you guys like your Hondas, your Lexus, your Toyota, all that stuff. Land Rover is still a great brand to have in the game. Like, dude, you guys are ungrateful! I gotta say, I'm very happy and very pleased that we're actually getting Land Rover in the game, guys. I honestly thought it was gonna be some underground, like, car brand that nobody has a clue about, that only one person has heard of somehow. That's what I thought it was gonna be. I didn't think it was gonna be a big mainstream brand like Land Rover. So, I'm actually very excited to have Land Rover and Range Rover into the game. That is actually be pretty cool. I don't know how you guys are upset over that. I really don't. I don't understand it. But in this photo right here, we have 4 Land Rover / Range Rovers that are into the game. I don't know if it's going to be 4 total or if this is just the 4 that they decided to show us. But obviously on the left, we got a Defender. The other 3 are So obviously we got the Defender, we got a 2018 Autobiography, and then we got a Velar, And then we have the SVR. So that's actually super cool. And now, if you guys couldn't tell, these cars have 3D wheels. I'm gonna be honest, I know a little bit more about that, but I'm not gonna say a word. But yeah, to be honest, for the first licensed car coming to Greenville, I'm actually very excited about this. This is super cool. Like I said, I don't understand how you guys can get mad. But earlier this week, before they actually revealed the car to you guys and what it was, they gave us some hints. There's a screenshot in here of the game. They actually added 2 new code. Expires May 24th at 2025 at 1 p.m. And that is code Great Adventures for 1.35 times drive to earn for 15 minutes. And then you got code Honda for $7,500. But you must be following Honda on Roblox. There you go. But 2 new codes in Greenville, which is pretty cool. So go redeem those right now. But it says a new clue has appeared in game, and this was posted on the 10th of May. So earlier this week they posted this, or last week actually. But you guys obviously have found the clue. If you go to the post office, it says greetings from Britain, which is the hint because obviously Range Rover's from the UK. But yeah, I thought that's pretty cool. I'm really excited to get Range Rover into the game, dude. Like I said, I don't know how you guys are upset. I mean, yeah, if Range Rovers aren't the best car, would I own one in real life? Heck no. They're from what I've heard, they're cheap and unreliable. So yeah, definitely not the greatest car, which is kind of why you guys are mad, but it's Roblox. It's obviously not going to break down. But anyways, let's go to some normal Greenville leaks. Ladies and gentlemen, right here we have a next car, ladies and gentlemen. We also have a, and then these 2 photos right here, ladies and gentlemen, this is the new airport, and there's a picture of like a seal or something right in the middle. But this is leaked pictures of the new airport interior, and it's kind of blurred. But somebody gave me the idea on stream yesterday to ask ChatGPT to unblur it, so I'm going to do that right now. All right, ChatGPT, do not let me down. Can you unblur these? All right, we'll give our good old friend ChatGPT a little bit of time here. But last week, also, ladies and gentlemen, I did miss some cars as well. This is the new, this is like an E-Class, an older E-Class Mercedes that is coming to the game, which honestly, I don't know if these are fictional or not. The first picture of the car with that big moonroof that I put on the screen, that reminds me of a Mercedes because it's got the big moonroof glass top. Not too sure if that's a Mercedes or not. Could be completely wrong, but yeah, I have no idea. These were from last week. I kind of forgot to include them in. Okay, so he did kind of enhance it a little bit. He made it a little bit brighter. Let's see. Dude, I'm not... but as you guys can see, he just made the image a little bit brighter. Didn't really help us much. All the colors and stuff are boosted, but it's not too bad. But we are getting an airport. It's not Florida. I mean, Greenville. I don't know when. All right, speaking of Southwest Florida, we only have one. I'm just going to do it right here. We have a picture of the F1 McLaren, fictionalized, obviously. And I gotta say, this thing looks pretty good. Definitely looks like an F1 McLaren, I'll tell you that much. But yeah, that is actually surprisingly the only Southwest Florida leak we have. So let's go to MRT, actually. All right, guys, we are into MRT right now, and it is mostly Corvette C6 leaks, which I'm gonna be honest, I'm not complaining. First picture right here, we got an up-close picture of the good old headlight. And I gotta say, look at all the freaking detail in the headlight, dude. Insane. Some pictures of the wheels right here. This is in Blender. These are the C6 Z06 wheels. These 2 pictures right here, ladies and gentlemen, we're getting a body kit. I think this is another body kit. I don't think this is the same one that I've shown in previous episodes. I think this is a different one, unless they modified it a little bit. I'm gonna be honest, I don't even know. I gotta say, this looks pretty good, as well as these pictures right here, more body kits. This is of a C6R, ladies and gentlemen, which here's a picture of a real C6R right here. Wow, this is getting, dude, the C6 is actually coming a long way. We're getting a lot more body kits and things to this car than I thought. We also have some sound clips, which I'll put right here, ladies and gentlemen. Open your ears. Once again, MRT has knocked out of the park with these car sounds. I'll say that much right now. Also, another video of it driving. Whoever's driving that must have that thing absolutely maxed out, because holy crap, went from 0 to 60 in like a millisecond, I think, or something like that. And it does sound a little bit different than the other videos, so I'm not too sure which one's the real sound of the car or not. But last thing for MRT, they actually had a small little update this week. But all they did was change the event rewards for all of the races in the following maps here. The Race Center, Ichikawa, Atsuki Expressway, and then Saku, whatever, how you... They changed the prices. I think it is more money now than it was before. They have a Google Doc, or I guess it's a Google Sheets. I don't know who made this, but somebody in the MRT Discord made this. You can see the old rewards and the new rewards. I think you definitely get more. But yeah, so it does take, you can get a little bit more money now, which is kind of cool. So you guys can screenshot this. Or it is in my sneak peeks thing if you guys want to get a closer look at this or screenshot or something like that. Yeah, that's pretty cool. A lot for MRT today. But that is it for MRT. We're going to go into some, well, actually, hold on. There is some ERLC, which this week is Police Week. So I guess every day of the week they're releasing a new car, which I'm going to be honest, I'm not really into MRT. I mean, no, ERLC. I have not played ERLC in a fat minute, but if you guys are into that, police and sheriff updates all week, which is kind of cool. We got some Rizzler here today as well. We got a couple cool pictures. We got some Porsche Taycans, however you say that, Taycan. But we got some fictional Porsche Taycans coming to the game as well, and this is actually pretty cool. We got some photos of a fire truck, and this is actually a ladder truck, and it looks like it has some pretty cool features on it, not that I've seen in any other game. Obviously on the ladder truck you need you need to be stable, you know, you need to be on the ground, whatnot. You have these things that pop out of the side and like stabilize the truck. You have the control center right here, which I'm going to assume this works because this next picture, look at the extendo freaking ladder on this thing. I gotta say, Rizzler has come a long way, and they're having a lot of cool updates. So firefighter update soon. I'm flocking if he's trying to reach it. Up it, aim it, release. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, but that is it for this week's episode of Channel 69 News. It's honestly a very short episode, but we still had a lot of good information to go over. And I think I actually kind of forgot to mention this in the Greenville segment, but you guys saw it in the trailer. The Greenville update is this week. It is this week. So sometime this week, we are getting the Greenville update. And ladies and gentlemen, today is Thursday when I'm recording this. We have Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. So in the next 3 days, we are getting the update. I know when the update is. I can't leak it though. I'm just gonna, you know, you guys just have to figure it out. I'm also not sure if the Greenville update is going to be just the licensed cars or if we're going to get other features. I guess we'll see when the update comes out. But yeah, ladies and gentlemen, I appreciate every single one of you tuning back in to this week's episode of Channel 69 News, and I'll see you guys next week.